Hello my lovelies, bit of a late night one, quite swollen. I had this urge to go down the charity shop. I'm offloading, so I'm getting rid of some stuff, and when I got down there they didn't have any music on, and then when they put the music on, I had my grandma's favourite song, Come Fill Up My Senses. So that was quite, there was obviously a message in there, but obviously also Come Fill Up My Senses. I might listen to the lyrics of that again. And then I had Seasons in the Sun, which is a message from my first boyfriend, or it was his song. There was so many that was coming through. I was like, wow. And then I picked up some, if you're being, if you can feel the frequencies or whatever, I picked up some silver earrings, like real silver, because apparently real silver blocks it. So that's where we're at. And I've done mine, so we're all good. So let me, collective message from the fairies. Protection of the highest level, for the highest timeline, opportunities, energies, frequencies at the moment. Yeah, let's just feel it out, because we've just had that full moon, so quite a lot came to light. There was quite a lot of projection, old stuff. It was quite difficult to I mean, a little bit of it triggered me, but it was almost like a repeat of old things, that patterns, you know, things that I used to hear when I was little. You know, you're mad, you're a lunatic, this, that and the other. But it was projection of so there was a lot of that going on. So if you were aware that that was coming up, it was for healing. It was to heal those parts of you that and also, you know, if you were projected onto, to send healing to that person so that they can and we've got the high priestess at the bottom, so that's tuning into your highest self, and she knows without knowing. She's just what can I say, like, she's worked on her third eye, and she does everything intuitively, and she knows who's for her, who's not for her. She gets messages in her dreams. If you do anything like this sort of work, you are a high priestess. It's that divine feminine energy. We've got the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is going back and forth on a decision, and it's in the head. So I always see it like, shall I, shan't I? And that's not surprising with this full moon in Gemini, because they're trying to find the logic. It's like they're looking at the rose and they're like trying to decide why it's purple or why it's dying. Why? I want logical reasons for this. But the Two of Swords can also, it's going back and forth on a decision, but it can also be going from your head to your heart, back and forth. So my head is telling me one thing, my heart is telling me, or my higher self, or whatever is telling me something else. But it's this indecisive, and the high priestess is saying, shut the talk down and tune in. Just tune in to what your gut is saying. You know, if you've got a decision to make about going somewhere or being with somebody, or you just have to project yourself into that situation and feel what it's like. Is this serving me? Is this, you know, taking from me? Is it filling my heart space? Whatever. That's what the High Priestess is saying about this Two of Swords. They're both literally looking at the rose, and because it's in a bubble, it tells me it's a thought. So it's a thought of that keeps coming back and forth in the mind, and the High Priestess is saying, get out of the mind, go and sit in meditation, go and have a look into your crystal ball, feel or see, use your third eye into whatever it is that is causing this indecisiveness. You may have two options. I read the 21 Lessons of Merlin, and he says to be in a dilemma is a great opportunity, which means we've got options. And the dilemma of choosing one is a beautiful opportunity. I've been stretching my neck to relieve some tension. You might be feeling some tension around the throat chakra. It also unblocks stuff here, I feel. Look up. Definitely going with the silver. I know there's a lot of illness around at the moment. I feel like it's the intensity, either energetically or electronically, that is causing a lot of two fell out because it didn't want me to stop. So bottom of the card we've got purity. Purity. Don't tell me I haven't got any glasses lying around. What's going on? I know what it is. I've stayed away. So, obviously, I took a pair with me, packed them. Who cares? Who cares, eh? I can't even see. I can't see myself in these glasses. These are for short. So bottom of the deck, we've got purity. Always trust in the purest of your heart, which is what she's doing. She's going into her heart space. She's feeling it out. Look inside your heart and within you, and you will find the answer to your question. So that's what this is. This is a question. But it's in the mind. It's a thought going back and forth. We have believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you're part of nature, so you are magical too. And she's just glowing. She's got this beautiful head dress on. She's got a wand in her hand. She's got a green stone in her, down to her heart chakra, which is activating. So it's definitely, again, it's very High Priestess energy. If you look at the colours of the cards, it's like, you know, you've got to believe in yourself. Believe in magic because you are magic. Maybe that's the back and forth, and then find balance. Well, again, the Two of Swords is about balancing something out, balancing something up. Find the balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. I love the fact that she's got these two candles. I mean, she just looks so content. So it's really time out, you know, whatever this is. It might be good to either hand it over and say, right, well, you know, I believe in magic. I am magic. I'm going to take some time out. I'm going to hand it over. I'm just going to forget about this decision, indecision, Two of Swords, and find some balance. And then purity of the heart is obviously, you know, it's got what moving forward. You know, if anything's playing around in the mind space, it really does need to go. We haven't got time for it, to be honest. Let's see what we get with the healing fairies. And then we'll delve a bit deeper, see if we can get some more on what this indecision is. But it doesn't surprise me with this Gemini full moon. And obviously a lot of things have come to light also, which could be or could have rocked you a little bit, and it's making you indecisive about people, places, situations. You know, am I on the right path, that kind of thing. So at the bottom of the deck we've got kindness, and that's like I was saying, if you have had, and it's grounded, and it's the tree man, so it's earth-based, and he's got robins on him, and there's a squirrel on his back, harvest time. It's a number, it's 37, which equals 10, which is a completion of a cycle. But really, that's the only way forward. You know, even if you have had some projection, that's the only way forward. It's the giving of kindness. There's not excuses for anything. It's just, I'll tell you a little, did I tell you a little story about being in the queue? He's actually given him, I think it's a dandelion, he's given him flowers. But there's this kindness, it's like passing a kindness on. And he's given it to the little boy. It's the way forward. I'm getting that very strongly with the road leading out of the, and then release. Number 5 is change. So that is releasing anything that no longer serves us, which if that is in the mind space, it's this indecisiveness. It's like find balance. You know, ask for magical help, believe in magic, and obviously release anything, whether this be I always see this because it's this woman in the sky. Number 5 is change, but when I see the release, she's like got lightning coming out of her fingers. So it's almost like if you have built up anger, it needs releasing, not projecting onto other people, but actually either physically getting rid of it, singing it out, you know, being creative with it, but letting it go. There needs to be this shift, and that might take, and that could possibly balance things out, but it always comes back to kindness and purity. You know, which is the one, you know, that's the frequency we need to be in. There's a lot around that can be making us angry and indecisive, and that's why we need to find this balance. I'm not saying, you know, don't get angry. It's a natural emotion, but it needs releasing. Give us something else on this Two of Swords. What's the indecisiveness about? Where's the indecisiveness coming from? 3 of Cups. So 3 of Cups is celebrations. It's bringing 3 things together. It's harmony within groups, within, you know, circles. They're all bringing something to the table. It's collective energy, the Three of Cups. It's community. Everyone's got a different skill and they're all bringing it together. But it definitely represents celebrations. They've got this little flask on the floor, and justice. So that, again, justice is weighing up the scales. Justice is, I'm blindfolded. I've got my scales. I'm weighing up what's serving me, what's not serving me, where there's imbalance energetically, possibly. And I'm going to use that sword, or justice is going to come in and use the sword to cut away anything that might be causing indecisiveness, going back and forth on a decision. The Three of Cups can also represent third party. Sometimes the Three of Cups, I'm not seeing a relationship here, but sometimes that, you know, three's a crowd. It can represent that there's three people involved in this indecisiveness in the head. And I mean, it could be making a decision, and something needs to be let go of, something needs to be released in order, like I say, cut the ties, weighing up, using your high priestess energy to weigh up. But that, again, she's blindfolded. She's not using her eyes to see. She's using her scales. Finding balance. That's what justice is. Finding balance in whatever it is that we're doing. Believing in magic. You are magic too. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles can be receiving gifts, either from the universe or from actual people. It's almost like, you know, you give out and then you get back. And again, the Six of Pentacles is balance. It's giving and receiving, either of gifts, energy, time. But it's equal. It's in equal measure. Find balance, believe in magic. So something may have happened over this full moon, possibly, that has made you a bit indecisive about where you go next, what kind of decision you make. The Hermit, again, that's about withdrawing, going in. We're leading up to the solstice, but the Hermit, again, is not isolation, but going inward. He goes inward to find the light. He goes inward to seek the knowledge. And then, you know, so it's time out, it's time away. It's, and it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, I'm not available at the moment, that kind of thing. But it is about going inward to find knowledge, finding balance. So maybe taking some time out away from being, you know, the Three of Cups is also the card of socializing, celebrations, parties, you know what I mean? Three of Cups, so it's normally three people all saying cheers. So it could be finding balance in possibly not doing as much of that, and taking some time out to make decisions, releasing some, releasing whatever it is that needs releasing. we've got the Knight of Cups. So there's something coming in. The Knight also, it represents like news coming in, but it can be a young, enthusiastic, this is romantic energy. I'll show you the picture. I mean, here it's a woman. Now, normally the Knight of Cups comes in on a horse. But obviously, this is something that's coming in that is heart-centered. So it's, is this going to fill my cup? This Knight has a cup, and it's an offering, possibly. And the High Priestess, again, is saying, is this for you? Is this balanced? Knight of Cups. So it's definitely something in the heart space, possibly romantic, possibly an offer or news coming in the heart space. But that could be what's making you indecisive. Maybe you've already had it. Maybe you've had an offer come in and you're umming and ahhing about whether to accept it or not. Knights are immature, as in emotionally. It's the beginning of, I'm not saying if it's an actual person, it could be someone younger, but if it's, Knights represent the beginning of, like the page, the knight, and then, you know, grows into the king. But it's early stages of something to do with the heart space. The cups is always the heart space. Something emotionally fulfilling. And that could be what's causing the indecisiveness. So we've got the Ace of Cups. Oh, interesting. So we've got the Ace of Cups the right way up. I fill my own cup. This is like the Holy Grail. This is, and it's the beginning of. So something has sparked inside here, the beginning of. But the Lovers has come out upside down on Justice. So the Lovers reversed is separation, but it could be that it's also an imbalance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine inside. So it could be separation, but it fell out on Justice. So there's been a weighing up. There's been a separation of the Lovers, either a breakup, possibly to do with Three of Cups. I'm not sure yet, but it's upside down. But the Ace of Cups is the right way up. So the separation has actually filled one's cup. That, I know that doesn't sound, and again, we've got the High Priestess at the bottom. So this was tuning in to what fills my cup. And she's using all of her senses, her dreams, her feelings, you know, listening to her body, third eye, my intuition about something. The King of Pentacles upside down also fell out. So the King of Pentacles, the right way up, is somebody grounded, trustworthy, you know, mature, is financially secure, as in a he's giving of his time and energy, but upside down it would represent somebody who's crossed the line into a little bit of control. So I give you this, I expect something back. Upside down, he's not distorted, divine masculine in his reverse position, and that fell out on find balance. So energetically, it could mean that we're a bit out of whack. Maybe this is the backwards and forwards with the decision. We need to release anything that's got this King of Pentacles energy in reverse, which is controlling, top down, you know, I'm the master kind of energy. Also, yeah, expectations. It's not unconditional, whereas when he's the right way up, it's unconditional giving. And again, this has the Lovers upside down. So it's either separation, but justice came in. Justice came in and done something here. Either cut the cords of attachment to something that wasn't serving, or something that was out of balance. So again, like I say, this could be the divine masculine and feminine within being out of sync due to possible control issues. But there's a lot in here that is saying find balance, because that Lovers card, it's a choice. So that again is this back and forward on a choice. But the King of Pentacles upside down is definitely, you know, control, unconditional. It's not, it's dysfunctional. But we still have the Ace of Cups. So it's still my cup first, and possibly falling in love with something, or a heart activation. Maybe after this release, I let go of, I cut my ties with, I'm going inward. I believe in magic because I am magic. And I'm not settling for, you know, manipulative, controlling behaviour, or top down, someone actually looking down. And it's caused a separation. Lovers upside down, like I say, the High Priestess at the bottom has felt it out. She's felt it out. This isn't for me. Seven of Wands on top of the Lovers and the Three of Cups upside down is about making plans. Seven, like I said before, there's 5 in the background, which is ego, combat energy, and then they've both got a wand each, which represents a gateway, but they've got to get their shit together, basically. They need to make a plan. They need to get all their resources together. They need to know where it is that they're going. He's got his hand on the dragon, so there's kind of like a little pause in motion. Let's regroup. Let's you know, let's not go anywhere or do anything or go through these 2 of Wands until we actually have got our stuff together. But it is about learning, acquiring new skills. Now we've got the 8 of Swords, which strangely came up the other day, representing feeling stuck. So this is a shift from feeling stuck to being a little bit indecisive, and there's definitely a possible split away from someone or something that was quite controlling, manipulative. But we do have the Ace of Cups, which is my cup first. Filling one's own cup, falling in love with whatever it is. And then we've got the 8 of Cups. Now it's come out sideways. and at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight, again, is trustworthy, slow, steady pace, not going anywhere fast. He's down on one knee, so he's about to get up and start something new. So it could be a new venture, a new business idea. It's pentacles, so it's obviously something in the earth realm, or a gift. But the 8 of cups, I'm trying to see if I can, came out sideways. So it's this, should I stay or should I go? Not 100% sure at the moment. It's on its way in. Well, when I get these sideways cards, it's like it's either coming in or it's going out, but it's in motion. So there needs to be a lot of releasing going on, finding balance, tuning in, and also, yeah, the Lovers. And the Ace of Cups is definitely, you know, I've fallen in love with something or someone. But the Lovers upside down is separation. So it's either, if we're looking at it energetically as in ourselves, and then on the outside, it's this imbalance of divine masculine and feminine where possibly some control issues have come to light, and it's caused dysfunctionality in the divine masculine on a material level. Like I say, it's not conditional, it's got conditions to it. It's quite manipulative, but there is also this, and then the 8 of Cups. It's indecisiveness about whether I should stay or I should go, and finding balance. I do feel, even though this isn't meant to be, it does feel like it could be a relationship. Let's get the fairy oracles out and see if we get anything from that, because the Ace of Cups is obviously, you know, a heart activation. Weighing up, the Justice has come in, and possible celebrations, finding balance, and a possible journey. But again, this 8 of Cups, she's not really going anywhere yet. Give us something else. What is this? So it's shimmer upside down. So glamour, confidence, allure and charisma. Have you been, so if it's upside down, I would suggest that's where the indecisiveness comes from. If it's upside down, it's like maybe something looked quite good on the outside. It was alluring. It was glamorous. But now it's upside down. It's like it's not looking. That's the indecisiveness. It's not looking like it should. It's strange it came out upside down. Glamour, confidence. So lack of confidence, lack of glamour, lack of allure and charisma would suggest to me that something that looked quite tempting isn't, or wasn't. You may have fallen in love with it slightly, or it may have lured you into opening your heart chakra, but it's come out upside down, and strangely so did the King of Pentacles. So there's a couple of reversed messages here, and a split possibly on the way, or release anything that looked shimmering and shining but didn't turn out to be, because I mean that's what this moon kind of brought about. Brought things to light that we possibly didn't see before. So we've got stardust, premonition, galactic communications, beginnings and endings. But the song comes to mind, we are star. I'm not going to do what's her name any, but stardust. We shine. We break down to stardust at the end. But premonitions. So again, it's a bit high priestess. It's like asking us to tune in, to shine. Galactic communications, beginning and endings. So like literally walking away, my cup first. I mean, and that takes falling in love with yourself. We have Beauty and the Beast, which is unconditional love. So whatever this was, this Lovers Upside Down, it had conditions to it. And again, like I say, on the outside, on the inside, do we put conditions on ourselves? Oh, you know, if you do this, you can have this. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of, where this is saying Beauty and the Beast, we are both light and dark. We are both, we you know, we are flawed. Nobody's perfect. And it's, you know, it looks like, it does look like the masks are falling off. Even though Justice has one on, well, she's actually blindfolded. She's feeling it out. She's like, no, I can feel this isn't right. I can feel there's something not quite right about this. And that's it's the illusion or delusion of perfection that removes the shimmer. Something may have come along that you fell in love with, and it looked perfect. But this is saying, Beauty and the Beast is saying we have both. Everyone has both. And it's about unconditionally loving, which is why I think there's been a heart activation. They're both very green. Unconditionally loving oneself, unconditionally loving somebody else for their imperfections. But that's not an excuse for projecting, doing the work. You've got to do the work, the releasing, the shadow work. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Unicorn and the Maiden. So this is communication with the Unicorn, purification and undercover action. This is work behind the scenes, but it's a 10. So it's the finishing of, and the sun is in the background. But communication with the Unicorn, purification, so that's it. It's the clearing out of. I don't feel like I've got everything that I want from this reading just yet. Let's see if we get anything with my little gypsy cards. So Two of Swords. What can you give us with the Two of Swords? Like I said, it's back and forth on a decision. It does feel like it's a heart-based decision. It does involve, you've got the Lovers upside down, so there's obviously separation. Oh, that flew out on the floor. So that's the child, number 4. Now she looks really, this could be inner child work as well. And again, this would also reflect back as maybe something that's come up to the surface that needs clearing out, needs releasing. 8 of Cups, you know, what this looked shimmering and shining, but actually it wasn't. Beauty and the Beast is unconditional love for oneself, and this is the child. Number 13, which is breaks down to a 4, which is foundations. So there could have been some inner child work. that has come to the surface, and she looks quite scared. So it's about facing our fears of possibly being alone, because she's in the middle of the woods. She looks a bit lost, and quite frankly doesn't know, you know, where to go, who to trust. And that could be the indecisiveness going back, and can I trust myself? The High Priestess is saying, yes, always trust yourself. Even if everybody around you is saying no, always go with your gut. Trust your intuition, trust your third eye. And it takes practice. The stork. Now, the stork represents, obviously, it's number 17, and I always see the stork as like it's carrying a baby. It's got a Q and a heart. So, Queen of Hearts, but it's the birth of something new, and it's coming in. So you could have news around the birth of a child, but it's the stork. It's the beginning of the birth of something new, and he's flying over this pond. But with the Q and the heart, I'd say the Queen of Hearts. And again, 17 to me is the card of the unknowns, and we're not quite sure what it's coming in. We've got the anchor as well, which again is something that is trustworthy. It's a 9, so I would say that it's got the 9 of spades, but the 5, and it's got 7. 5 and 3 is 8. But the anchor is something that's grounded. It's something that's trustworthy. It's loyalty. You know, it's not going anywhere. It's solid. You've got mermaids in the background. So this could represent an element of you. This could represent being anchored. That sounds, you know, but when you look at justice, weighing up the scales, Beauty and the Beast, it's about anchoring oneself, being grounded, being trustworthy, but it does represent loyalty, friendship, something that can be trusted upon. And you've got the Lady. So this is almost like going from the child, the stork, childhood, to the Lady, which is an ace. And she's learned, she's got birds sitting on her hands. I think she's got pixie ears. She's got cauldron, you know, birds are all around her. It's this growing of maturity, this clearing out what no longer serves us, and unconditional love into dropping anything that looks shimmering and gold. Now, she's not the mature lady because she's right underneath. So it's a process that's going on here from birth with the stork to the child, and then into the Lady. So it's almost like that integrating of open your eyes and see the magic that's all around. You are part of nature. You are magical too. It's integrating that from birth into childhood and then into the Lady. Where do we go from here? I think I'm going to go back to... let's get the old labyrinth cards out, because sometimes they do give us a bit more. But I know that this moon has been quite, you know, for some, not for everybody, quite magical. But it has brought a lot to light. Two of Swords. Back and forth on a decision. Spirit the Dancer. So this is like doing things your own way, shining your light, being oneself. And the Guardian of the Gate. So definitely an opportunity here to, I'm not going to go too deep with this because I think it's 36. I think it's like, so self-expression, freedom and exploration. That is what she is. There she is. Now is the time to focus and really concentrate on a project or process, especially while involving the creative arts. Spontaneity balanced by self-discipline will help us achieve our goals. Strive for excellence and simplicity. This is a time to bring out and share qualities that we have nurtured in private. So again, it's like that from baby to child to lady. This is something that, you know, we've kept to ourselves. It needs to come out. But Beauty and the Beast, it's, you know, it's like, it's not something that we need to, this is the maybe the back and forth of it is, am I ready? Can I do it? You know, how do I do it? There's definitely, it's definitely causing some indecision about whether, is it going to be accepted? But Beauty and the Beast suggests unconditional love. Now, the Guardian of the Gate indicates that a passage is available, and it's the beginning of something new. It speaks of opportunities and new openings. Passing through this gate may lead to a physical journey or mental or emotional one, or a journey of the spirit. It always leads to adventure. The gateway also leads to significant change. The passage through the gate changes us. The gate may not seem like much. The decision to enter may not be a matter of great moment, but the presence of the Guardian of the Gate tells us that something important is happening. It indicates that going forward through the gate is no small thing, but something to be approached with awareness and prayerfulness. We're embarking on a new phase of our lives, and there will be no going back once the gate has been passed. That is the kind of transition the Guardian of the Gate leads to, always irrevocable change. We may, of course, ask the Guardian of the Gate for guidance and protection on our journey, and we would be wise to do so. Alternatively, the presence of the gatekeeper in a reading may indicate that you're being asked to help open the gate for somebody else, to help provide an opportunity for them. The job of the gatekeeper or gatekeeper's assistant is merely to open the gate, not push people through it. Oh, so that could be why she's come out sideways. There's some clearing out to do, definitely. And releasing, going inward. Spirit Dancer. Anything else? So the Retriever and the Green Woman. The Green Woman is using creativity and magic. Believe in magic. Again, this is her. This is divine feminine energy. And the Retriever is saying, is there something you've forgotten? Did you think something was lost? It's there to be retrieved. Again, this could be something with this, you know, it's a gift from childhood, possibly. But it's something that's been worked through from stork to child to lady. And it could be integrating, learning to decipher when something, not everything that shimmers is gold. That's why it's come out upside down. Needs to be, you know, 8 of Cups. It's Should I stay or should I go? Do, 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 do. Now, the unconditional love. You can love someone unconditionally from afar, which is why possibly the Lovers is upside down. 23. So, the Green Woman. Wildness, natural magic, expectant gratitude, untamed creativity. So she speaks of us, of a caring of our growing the ground and of physical satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. A time of blossoming that will bear fruit. It may also be time of growing maturity and self-confidence. Experience trusting yourself and trusting the process of growth. She also reminds us of material awards ahead, the harvest of the seeds we've planted and nurtured. She counsels boldness and perseverance in the face of adversity, yet she also reminds us that sometimes the only action we can take is to wait patiently and keep growing. So it's kind of a little bit like get out of your head, get out of your own way. Especially with this finding balance and the Justice card. I'm going to close with a rose. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, all that. I really appreciate your support, sharing the videos. Means a lot to me. And getting your feedback. Because I don't always understand, you know, what's going on. I don't resonate. Sometimes I watch them back. But a lot of the times, that's why it goes on for an hour and I feel like it's been 10 minutes. The fertile void. So inner winter, which is coming up to the solstice. Rest, patience, there's potency and secret beginnings. Interesting. The one that jumped out, and it jumped out on the 7 of Wands, and the child is rapture. Sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy and pleasure. So I did feel a bit of that in here, but we shall see. I love you lots.